when 26/11 Mumbai terror attacks happened, we were in Mumbai city covering 26/11, and there was no response. And we've covered terror even before that. When our parliament was targeted, for 10 months the armies were at the borders. There was no action. In midst of all of that, you had Pakistani terrorists who attacked one of our very crucial military stations at Kaluchak, massacred army families, including little children. And that was almost as if Pakistan was saying, we're a nuclear weapon state, we'll come into your army garrison, we'll kill your army families, and not just soldiers, and you can't do anything, and India did nothing. So both under late Prime Minister Vajpayee and late Prime Minister Manmohan Singh, two massive provocations and no response. And after Pahalgam, no part of Pakistan, from Skardu in Pakistan occupied Jammu Kashmir, that airfield, to Noor Khan, to Bulari in Sindh, to Malir Cant in Karachi, if they were targeted, and across Pakistan's Punjab, Sargodha, Jacobabad, Rahim Yar Khan, Noor Khan, what's the message to Asim Munir and his men?
I think the message is that India can reach out and strike. I think the challenge is that this is a game of constant adaptation. So if they had any illusions, if they had any sense or were somehow a little more relaxed, a little took things for granted because they thought they won't go this far, they now know. So there will be adaptation. There will be further efforts, particularly by these various groups, to disperse and conceal their areas of operation. They will make it harder to be found, and it's we often liken this in the U.S. to a kid's game of whack-a-mole, where you constantly have the thing popping up, and every time you whack it down in one hole, it pops out of another. And this is the challenge. And countries around the world have faced this with respect to when you have the ability to track, you have the ability to strike. It doesn't mean you know where everyone is at all time. And they will get smarter at evading and so forth. The good news lesson is, even if it's harder for you to target them, these organizations are now going to be spending a lot more time on their own operational security. And when they break into smaller cells, and when they have additional cutouts and communication channels such that they're not so easy to track and detect, when they have to spend their time moving from safe house to safe house, that's time they're not spending conducting operations. So even if it's harder to necessarily replicate next time around, if it happens, and it probably will happen, Operation Sindoor, the fact that these folks now have to have a higher level of security, have to keep on the move, have to think about these things, imposes real costs on them that limits their effectiveness.